Alright guys, it's Anthony Subaru Service. Got Kevin's truck. It's Seymour Signs. 05 air test. Guess it had a STC fitting done at one point. It's had IPR valve replaced at one point. And I'll tell you what, there's bolts all over the place. Shit's all messed up. Everything's all freaking, it's just, I mean, Jesus freaking Christ. Alright, what we're doing right now, we're going to throw air to it, and we're going to see, well, just see what we got, see where the air's coming from. So, here we go. Alright, hit it. Both sides. Well, coming out this side too, but not necessarily the crankcase. Yep.
You don't get local tires?
That's it. Coming out of both sides. That's crankcase reroute tube, so it's coming out of that. And it's coming out of this side, but it's not popping at all. Which means it's a big freaking leak. So, but one indication, when I cover up the hole right now on the other side. Doesn't really get more. But let's see what we do here. Watch that one, and then I'll cover this up. Right there uncovered, and there's covered. Yeah, it gets a lot more when I cover up this one. Hang on, let me feel it. Hang on. Alright, what I do right now, now they said the STC fitting was done at Ford. So, if that STC fitting was done, I would yank both valve covers. Leave the air hooked up, yank both valve covers right quick, hurry up. Okay, alright, hang on. Alright, here we go, we got the valve covers off. Let's go ahead, well, Cole got the valve covers off. Let's go ahead and hook it up, here we go. Boy, it's coming from deep. Is it delete? Man, it don't have a delete on it either. Midway did an STC fitting. This thing looks like hell. It's coming from too deep. I mean, it's... Hang on. Alright, with where this is blowing out here, we have a receipt that the STC fitting was done like a year ago, something like that. But you send this back to the dealer and they're going to hammer your ass for it. They're going to find some reason, something. If it's a cracked branch tube, it could be a cracked, unplug it. It could be a cracked branch tube because they spun the STC fitting 6-7 times in. They spun it too far in and then bent the branch tube back to mate up with the pump. Very well an option. And then, but what they'll do is they'll charge you for a branch tube then, which is an engine out repair. I mean, by that matter, you might as well stud it. I don't know how many miles are on it. Lifters, I mean, we might just 190,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, you put a set of lifters in it, you might as well yank the engine out, reseal it, and make it nice like the Blue Springs truck we just finished. I mean, they love it. They're happy. It's all good. So, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. If it is a cracked branch tube, it's engine out. I generally will not yank a transmission because that's just stupid. Because if you yank the transmission out, you still, honestly, should take the heads off too. And if we're that freaking close and we're doing all this work, it doesn't have studs in it, and it's got lots of miles. I mean, that might get real deep. but it's been into. That freaking sucks. The heat shield's missing off the HVAC box, and I mean, bolts are just all screwed up. Everything is screwed up. This truck needs a reset. It needs to be taken apart and put back together and be done all right. Yeah, I mean, the engine harness is not looking very good.
Both clips are going to fall off.
I mean, it looks like it's had pigtail after pigtail after pigtail put on it. I mean, all the pigtails have been. So I would push for a main engine harness. Look at IPR pigtail. Look at that. Really? I mean, I put a freaking harness on this sumbitch. I mean, honestly. But what we need to do now is intake off, pump cover off. That stuff needs to come off anyways for a, even if it's a branch tube, you know, we're still going to have to take that stuff off. But, I mean, there is a slight chance. I've actually had one truck before that midway did not tighten the bolts all the way down on the STC fitting. And it did pretty much about the same. Well, it was a little worse. I don't know. It was high pressure oil leak. I mean, it's what it was. But I mean, who knows? This one's under the cover. This one is either branch tube, STC fitting. There's something under it. I mean, it's just blowing too much from both sides. It's coming from the valley of the engine. So that's not cool, man. It sucks. So I don't know which way we're gonna go, what to do. I'll go ahead and send this video and let you guys let you check it out and decide. I mean, you know, we at least, if we yank this intake off, we at least need to put our Y pipe and our intake on it. Say it's an STC fitting failure, we can go ahead and yank it off and put our stuff on it. I mean, it's all stuff that you need. I mean, the Y pipe, and put our intake with our manifold on it. This EGR cooler is going to bite you in the ass if it hadn't already. Who knows? But I mean, that's bare minimum what I'm seeing right now. I mean, you saw the smoke that was coming from both sides, so that's just what. Oh shit. Let's look back here. See the darkness? I mean, look at the Y pipe. That's the Y pipe. We replaced those. It doesn't really look too bad right there. We look at those bellows. See if they're cracked. It didn't look too bad. But we go ahead and replace those, because that's, yeah, not a real convenient repair to have to do. So I don't know, it's deep. It's not a dummy plug. Dummy plug and sandpipes have been updated. It is giving, it's not coming from under the valve covers. It's coming from under the pump cover. It's coming from somewhere around there, because it's just not. I don't know. Hang on. All right, Julie just got off the phone. They're gonna come by. We're gonna leave this right here and let him hear it. Let him see where it's coming from, because honestly, with 190, 200,000 miles on it, it's not studded. Doesn't have, got an EGR cooler on it, stock Y pipe. I mean, it's what's concerning is it's got a new front cover. New front cover on it. So, I mean, honestly, being a bucket truck, rebuild it. I mean, we don't. I mean, not be ready to rebuild it. Be ready just to go in. If it's a branch tube, then it's a branch tube. I mean, basically, start out, yank the intake, and yank the pump cover. If it's the STC fitting, boom, fix it, button it back up. He's on his way. But basically, be putting our parts on it. Put our intake and our Y pipe, and put all that on, and then he'd be on his way. But if it's a branch tube, that's engine out. If we're going to yank the engine out, we're going to yank it out, pull the heads off, look at the condition of the cylinders. If the cylinders are good, fine. But yeah, we'll just, I'll have them on video, because you know, put lifters in it, reseal the entire engine, new engine harness. Yeah, it could just get really deep. It could get deep, but with it being a bucket truck, work truck, let's get it done. Let's make it right. That way, when you go out to start this son of a gun up, or when you're up in the bucket 30 feet in the freaking air, at least you know it's you know, truck ain't gonna crap out on you. So I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna cut it off and let this go. We just look at this, guys. What do you think of this crap? We just got another shipment. Holy freaking shit! What are you guys doing? Freaking engines, just engines everywhere. So I don't know. I mean, this might be our beginning to short blocks. I mean, we could even do heads. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. Maybe we can sell engines. Who freaking knows? I don't give a shit. I don't know. We'll see. But I got some engines. All right, guys. Have a good day.